Okay, seasoning. This is the easiest part. Salt, pepper. I like 7 parts pepper to 3 parts salt. That's all personal preference. But you're cooking for a long time and you're trying to create a bark, and in my opinion, there's lots of good rubs out there. There's lots of good seasonings out there. But when I cook a brisket, I want it to taste like a brisket. I don't want it to taste like somebody's seasonings. It's supposed to taste like a Texas style salt and pepper brisket, in my opinion. But it's gonna have a good bark, it's gonna have a good little bite, it's gonna have some good pepper in there, and it's gonna have a lot of it. Some people don't season their fat side. That's fine. I think that if you were doing bulk amounts of briskets in a commercial setting, that I wouldn't salt and pepper my fat side either. I don't think it matters. I don't think it sticks that good. But if I'm cooking one at home and I'm already in, then I'm gonna salt and pepper my fat side too. So, and I put the salt on first just so I can see it. And then I put the pepper on. So you can see I laid on that salt pretty thick. And then here comes the pepper, even thicker. And I think this is my salt and pepper mix. Here's just straight pepper. So I have some pre-mixed salt and pepper. That's 7 to 3. That's what that was. But I've also found that when you do it that way, to cheat if you're doing a bunch, that it seems like the salt weighs more than the pepper, so I don't get the right distribution. So I'd rather do it separate. So that's pretty heavy. Salt and pepper. Put it on its side. Let's get some bark on the edges. So let's get some flavoring out here. Yeah, man.
You should tell them what other magic is happening around over here. You have to show me. I'm saying.
Oh, Rachel's cooking stuff in the background. Sorry. Rachel's cooking chicken Alfredo. I'm going to use the salt and pepper mix on the back, on the fat side. All right, so I'm gonna get some right here. Hang on. That's it. I'm gonna let this sit overnight in the fridge with some tin foil around it. And then tomorrow afternoon, we're gonna fire up the smoker. Oak wood. I like hot and fast. I cook my briskets at 300 plus. After I get the bark that I want, I I start to spray it with about 99% apple cider vinegar, 0.5% of Worcestershire, or however you say it, sauce, and Worcestershire, and Worcestershire, and then about 0.5% of canola oil. Put it in a spray bottle, shake it up, spray it, keep your brisket moist. Again, I'm a fat side up guy. I cook through the stall, which is about 176 degrees. I'll cook till I get what I think will be all the fat rendered and the bark that I want and all the smoke that I feel like the meat can take. And then I wrap them. Get some butcher paper and spray that down with that apple cider vinegar mix that I'm talking about. Wrap it up tight as I possibly can, and put it back in the smoker, and I cook it until it feels like I want it to. And some people say that's a temperature. I think it's a feel. But my experience on that feel has been anywhere between 202 and 210, 212. And if you let it cook that long, if you try to cut it right away, it's gonna fall apart. So put that thing in a cooler, your Yeti, your Cambro, and let it sit up for a couple hours before you try to cut it. That's it.